When you love an artist, you start collecting and you create a change. I'm Eugenio López. I'm the president of Museo Jumex, from the company and from the Museum Jumex. That's what I do my everyday life. Right now we're in the library room here at my house. Well, when I decided to collect was in 1994. I realized that it was something serious. That it was not the desire of a 24-year-old guy who wanted to buy a piece of art. I started doing research about the artists. I was very much into meeting up the artists. And I saw a world that was international and impacted me in a very, very positive way. Caught my attention. And in Mexico, there was a big change at that time. That was when I started. Yes. So when I saw my turning point was when I saw Saatchi. And that's when the idea came up to me and said, well, maybe we can do that in Latin America. And that's how everything started. I started looking at collections. I started looking at artists. First, I want to collect all the international artists because I love them. My first important piece to me was Robert Motherwell. Oh my God, and I was so nervous, and I finally got it. And my father, he trusts me, and he said, okay. I was so nervous. And I always had a limit. And I was praying because my father said, no more than this, no more than that. But he trusts me. My father and my mother were the most important things in my life. You have a big responsibility. It was not something capricious. I thought about bringing to Mexico an international collection. Then I realized I had to grow up with people of my own generation to create a great collection. You start collecting in depth. I have works of art that were $300, and I love them. And I display them, and they still have that sentimental value for me. They're all important. They found their space, the perfect spot, you know what I mean? Danh Võ, Gabriel Kuri, very early pieces. These are very early. These are from the year 2000, I think. And Danh Võ is fantastic, isn't it? That we acquired, and we gave him a show. I think he's a phenomenal artist. Danh Võ. The Michaeli here that I have, bladder. Everybody used to laugh when I had my bladder here. He's a very important artist. The Urs Fischer that I have here in front of you. Kirk Douglas and Lana Turner from the Bad and the Beautiful. Well, when we opened up the gallery in Mexico City, March 2nd, 2001, in the outskirts of Mexico, at the Jumex factory. Things happening in your life. There's a new generation of artists, which was very interesting. There was something that was moving. They start doing incredible things with artists. We had no idea what this was going to become. It was an adventure. New generation of artists, the galleries. It was to create something international. In 100 years from now, when none of us will be here, they're going to say, what was going on? Art is a reflection of what you're living. Years later, I decided to do the museum, and from then on, start thinking about which architect you wanted. David Chipperfield. And I met him we hit it off immediately. Do you think I thought he was going to be the Pritzker Prize winner? To have a building for the Pritzker Prize winner. I couldn't be more happy. To me, that was the most incredible thing, Museo Jumex. That was the best thing that has happened to me, to bring those artists to people in Mexico, and the attendance. You should never underestimate your country. You have a dream, but you never know what's gonna happen. That was the most important part to me, to see, spend a lifetime doing what you like, and at the end of the day, you don't take anything with you. See all those wonderful works? You don't take anything, nothing.